Alright, this one is the stress inducer because this could either be really, really remarkable or absolutely frustrating because there is a huge hit or miss on these and their cost makes it so that I don't want it to be a miss. I still think the pricing on them is unreasonable, and I think that the way that they have done these is pretty obnoxious. But I now will definitely have enough sleeves for the whole set if I were to get the whole set. But the important part is this stack. I will show off the dice again because in my first video it just ended up becoming an audio thing. Or no audio cut in because I screwed something up in the video and had to go back and edit it. So these are the symbol and the colors of the dice. I'm going to scoop all this up and put this as my drop-off bin for cards because this is going to be a lot of cards. Part of me really, really wanted to leave one of these unopened, but my curiosity would have been too high for me to justify it. So there is the continuing stack now. There's 20 packs. There's that. Beautiful cards. Possibly one of the most beautiful cards I've seen in the set. It's up there with Ancient Mew as far as its uniqueness and its look. It's a really nice card. Stained glass birds. It's a really, really cool promo to get. So there's 20. Next we have the Ultra Ball here. Which says on the back, a rare shiny Pokemon GX with a heart of iron. At a pinnacle of power, with a coloration rarely seen, the shiny Metagross is a collector's dream. Ready to add its bright metal to your Pokemon trading card collection or become a cutting edge part of your next deck. Plus, the Ultra Ball has a secret compartment inside that holds up to 60 Pokemon TCG cards. Except that it will bend them, as we found out with the original ones. Unless they changed it. Pokemon TCG, Hidden Fates, Ultra Ball Collection, a Shiny Metagross GX. One full art foil card featuring Shiny Metagross, 10 Hidden Fates booster packs, one Ultra Ball big enough to hold a stack of Pokemon cards, and a code card for the trading card game online. And that is all the unique flavor text that's on it. And then here's the part that makes serious collectors cringe. Especially with the shape this is, it's gonna tear. Oh, I did it without ripping the upper display box. So you can see the inside here. There's the Metagross GX. Move this to where no one can see it. Alright. It has the ability Geotech System. Once during your turn before your attack, you may attach a Psychic or Steel energy from the discard pile to your active Pokemon. Giga Hammer 150. Can't use it during its next turn. Search your deck for up to 5 cards and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck is Algorithm GX. So it's not the best GX ability, but that is the card. It is very pretty. And it is the first member of the DK crew here. This is the Ultra Ball. Looks like they might have widened it from the Pokeball, because the Pokeball had the issue of the compartment was so narrow that it would bend your cards. This is how it is in the thing. Like this, so it looks like it's opening up. Got a card thing inside it. And then it has 4 pins and it pops together like that. I showed you that, so I won't show it with the Great Ball one. And then there is another fan of 10 Hidden Fates packs. So there's that stack. And, ouch. The Great Ball has Zoroark in it, which is cool to me because shiny Zoroark is pretty and I like foxes, so it's always cool to have a fox card. Inside here, take this off. On the back of this it says, Collector's Dream with Shiny Zoroark GX. Deep in the darkness and with the coloration rarely seen, Shiny Zoroark GX is a collector's dream. Kind of similar to what the other one says. Ready to add its wit and trickery to your Pokemon trading card game collection, or bring the amazing power of its trade ability to your next deck. Plus, the Great Ball has a secret compartment inside for 60 cards. And then the other side just says Shiny Zoroark instead of Metagross. Other than that, it is identical text. These make me so nervous because they use like this military grade glue. I swear, whatever glue they use is the strongest glue in the history of glue. Oh, I did it. I did both of them without tearing the packaging on the side. That is satisfying to me. So this compartment. Take this and move it off to the side. This in condition, yes it is. So this is your shiny Zoroark. It has trade. Once during your turn before your attack, you may discard a card from your hand to draw 2 cards. And Trickster, choose one of your opponent's Pokemon's attacks and use it as this attack. And that's cool because it only uses 2 darkness energy, so if they have a really powerful thing out, you can put quite a bit of damage onto it from that. So it's not a terrible GX move. There's definitely less effective GX moves out there. The GX system is questionable to me because they have so many just fit them in so that we can fit some GX into the set cards that you get a bunch of trash GX that why would you ever use them? Which makes them collector's only cards, really. But the collector's value of a set is based on how effective the cards are. And so I don't really understand the logic behind crappy GX moves. And the power creep was so... It's not even really power creep, it's like power scatter. There'd be like really good GX and really crap GX in the exact same set. And I don't know. And the little plastic frames for these are pretty snazzy looking. And very fancy. Which I guess they better be because now we have all of this to get through, and I'm gonna have like a heart attack probably during this process, just so you know. This is a lot of huge hit or miss situations here, and I want to make the best of it, but I don't necessarily know that the best will come. So it's mostly down to high hopes and low expectations. which does mean if I do get something really good, it will be a big deal to me. I still haven't gotten a single shiny GX, and I would love to get. There are a couple in the set that are pretty awesome, and then of course if you got the Charizard, it basically makes it so you could actually buy the whole set if you wanted, because the Charizard is the hard part. The Charizard is the ridiculous. It's $400. It's ridiculous. Okay, so we got Psychic Energy, Lieutenant Surge's Strategy, Misty's Determination, Pokemon Center Lady, Coughing, Cubone, Geodude, Jigglypuff, Staryu, Buzzwole, which is Shiny Buzzwole, which is cool. So I did get a shiny first pack. And Vaporeon, which I have several of that Vaporeon. It's probably the gimme rare of the set, especially because the other Eevee evolutions do not have foil. So I do think they're all considered rares, though. I do think all of them are a star card. So let's continue. Energy. Here's the energy. Water Energy, Giovanni's Exile, Koga's Trap, Brock's Pewter City Gym, Paris, Charmander, Clefairy, Slowpoke, Magikarp, Geodude, and Mr. Mime. That one's definitely a bust pack. I bet that is not even worth the price of the pack. Here is Mew, my adorable sweetie. Because I don't think that Dragonite's in this set either. And I don't think there's a shiny Fennekin, which would be really cute. I'd love the Fennekin line to have shinies. But they weren't really in this series. For some reason, which makes me sad. So we got Darkness Energy, Lieutenant Surge's Strategy, Misty's Determination, Jinx, Voltorb, Pikachu, Jigglypuff, Ekans, Coughing, Charmander, and Eevee, which I do have several of this, but it is really cool that they have foil as a non-final evolution role. I think that's kind of cool. It doesn't happen very often in the sets. It's pretty much Eevee and Pikachu, I think, actually, are the only ones I know of that do that. We got Electric Energy, Brock's Crits, Misty's Cerulean City Gym, Chansey, Eevee, Clefairy, Psyduck, Ekans, Caterpie, Psyduck Reverse Foil, and Golem. So that one's kind of a bust pack too. Not a good start. I do have one shiny as the very opening, which is a hopeful omen. I mean, I don't believe in omens, but it is a hopeful omen. We got Psychic Energy, Brock's Pewter City Gym, Giovanni's Exile, Koga's Trap, Charmander, Clefairy, Psyduck, Magikarp, Staryu, another shiny Voltorb, which I already have, and the regular Charizard, which is completely unremarkable in this set. It's probably worth like $1. It's not a great one. The shiny one being in the same set makes it so that the regular one is just basically considered a waste of your money. So, we'll start this off with adorable Mew! At least I got Mew. Because I mixed it, I guess, because there's Grass Energy. Alright, Sabrina's Suggestion, Misty's Determination, Metapod, Cubone, Geodude, Eevee, Jigglypuff, Coughing. Ooh, Shiny Mewtwo GX. I bet that one's actually really, really significant in the set. It's obviously not going to be the number one being the Charizard. We got a Mew and a Mewtwo in the same set. That's pretty cool. Oh no, take the energy. The energy I have a stack of here, so I don't have to shuffle through them later. So I did get my first shiny GX, and it's actually a really, really good shiny GX. It's not the one, the only, but it is a pretty good GX to get. I'm pretty happy to have gotten that one. That's meaningful to me. Code card, Metal Energy, and Misty Cerulean City Gym. Sabrina's Suggestion, Metapod, Eevee, Pikachu, Clefairy, Caterpie, Shiny Inkay, and Snorlax. Incredible Snore! Sometimes the names of the attacks are just so spectacular in these cards. That I will say that is one thing that always makes them worth looking at, even the less remarkable cards, because you have like Nuzly Gathering or Incredible Snore. You have just some remarkably ridiculous names. So you got Fighting Energy, Metapod, Charmeleon, Magmar, Psyduck, Clefairy, Magikarp, Ekans, Voltorb, Clefairy, and another of the not very useful Charizard. Maybe if I like fold them together and get like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Fusion card, I can make a shiny Charizard out of them. Maybe. Energy card, energy card. Got a Fairy Energy, Pokemon Center Lady, Metapod, Misty Cerulean City Gym, Cubone, Geodude, Eevee, Jigglypuff, Coughing, Fairy Energy, which is good, Misty's Water Command, it's a foil. Move any number of water energy from your Pokemon to Psyduck, Horsea, Staryu, or Starmie GX, Magikarp, Gyarados, or Lapras in any way you like. Hide that in the middle somewhere. Alright, so that way, got a Psychic Energy, Misty's Cerulean City Gym, Lieutenant Surge's Strategy, Pokemon Center Lady, Pikachu, Clefairy, Jigglypuff, Caterpie, Paris. Ooh, second one. Shiny Zygarde GX. And Brock's Training. So I'm getting all of the foil trainer cards as well, which is good, because they're going to be hard ones to finish the actual set with. So that's significant. Another shiny whatchamadoodle. Shiny GX. Here is Fighting Energy, Brock's Pewter City Gym, Metapod, Giovanni's Exile, Caterpie, Eevee, Ekans, Charmander, Psyduck, Weezing Reverse Foil, and Erica's Hospitality. You can play this card only if you have 4 or fewer cards in your hand. Draw a card for each of your opponent's Pokemon in play. I guess it can be useful. I don't know how useful that card is. As a non-player, I can never tell how useful certain things are. Unless it's something like Greedy Dice, which is such a narrow use that you know that it's just not good. Just even comprehending where it's supposed to go. It has to be one of your 6 prize cards. So unless you have a way of manipulating where your prize cards are, it's completely up to luck. If you draw it anywhere else, it's literally just a wasted card in your hand. It's not a good card. It's really not. We got Water Energy, Misty's Determination, Pokemon Center Lady, Metapod, Geodude, Eevee, Coughing, Staryu, Shiny Scyther. I thought Shiny Scyther had more color to it. So cool. And Lapras. My ball. My ball, he says, has Aqua Wave. Alright, I'll hide these in the middle so that way if something bumps the box, it's not the two special cards. So let's keep going. We've got Metal Energy, Magmar, Charmeleon, Graveler, Caterpie, Ekans, Paras, Charmander, Slowpoke. Ooh. Shiny Lucario, that's a good one. That's a very good one. And Jesse and James foil. Each player discards 2 cards from their hand. Your opponent discards first. So I guess you can use that at the end of the game if you both are low on cards to just finish off their hand. Because it does have a specifically marked who goes first. So if they only have 2 cards left, you could make them lose, I suppose. I think it has another function though, with the Weezing and Ekans in the set, but I'm not sure. We got a Fairy Energy, a Graveler, Farfetch'd, Misty's Cerulean City Gym, Cubone, Geodude, Slowpoke, Clefairy, Jigglypuff, a second shiny Zygarde GX, and Bill's Analysis. So I got a duplicate of a shiny GX. I mean, I guess that's significant in that I can exchange with it. Other than that, that's kind of, I don't know, frustrating, maybe? It depends on if it's, like, valuable. If it's valuable, I guess it's good. But if it's, like, basically the least valuable, then that's probably pretty annoying. I don't know. We'll see. Water Energy, Metapod, Pokemon Center Lady, Scyther, Cubone, Voltorb, Geodude, Eevee, Clefairy, Electric Energy Foil, and Starmie GX. Starmie GX doesn't have an ability, but it does have 2 attacks. The first one, attach 2 Water Energy cards from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon, so that's good. That's permanently good because it's not a GX. And then this attack does 40 damage times the amount of Water Energy attached to this Pokemon. It has Hydro Pump. So that's pretty good as well. So that's probably the best GX from the main set, I think, then. That's actually a really good card compared to the things like the Charizard that just does a little bit of extra damage, and not even like enough that it makes it worth being a GX card, because there are GX cards that have like 300 damage attacks, and then there's ones that have like 210 damage attacks that aren't even GX attacks. So here's a Darkness Energy. Here, Misty's Determination, Scyther, Jinx, Voltorb, Pikachu, Jigglypuff, Ekans, Coughing, Farfetch'd, he loves his leak, and Kangaskhan, who is punching alongside the BB. The BB is also punching. Flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 40 for each hit. See, that one, if you have a good enough flip luck, can do more damage than that Charizard from the base set of this. It's, I don't know. It, and I think it's the Pincers, the other one, are both, like, really obnoxious as GXs, because they're not even really GXs, they just made them GX cards to make them GX cards, which is pretty irritating in my mind. Code card, Grass Energy, Scyther, Rock's Grit, Graveler, Slowpoke, Clefairy, Jigglypuff, Caterpie, Eevee, Rock's Grit again, but this time reverse foil, and Gyarados. Yeah, I think this is one of them. Single use does 240 damage, no other effects. It's, I don't know, those kind of cards really, really annoy me. It's just like a waste of a GX slot. Eh. these are my stream of consciousness because I don't have anyone to bounce ideas off of myself. So I just gotta go with what I got. The energy are also kind of cool to me because this is the only set that will have those in foil. I'd love to get a whole set of them, but they'll probably be $10 each if that's the prices of the packs as they are. So here is Electric Energy, Magmar, Misty Cerulean City Gym, Serena Suggestion, Voltorb, Pikachu, Ekans, Coughing, Paris, Ekans Foil, and Snorlax once more. But with whatever trade value I get from the duplicates because the packs are so expensive, I would imagine even the commons are slightly more expensive than a regular common. But, I mean, they're still going to be worth like a nickel at most. I mean, you're not going to make money off of them. But if I have extras of things like the shiny Zygarde, it might actually get me some trade value. I don't know. So we got Psychic Energy, Metapod, Sabrina's Suggestion, Charmeleon, Charmander, Clefairy, Psyduck, Magikarp, Staryu, Shiny Riolu to go with my shiny Lucario, and Eevee. Cover these up so they don't get bumped if I miss. Right, so we're not doing awfully. I was much more nervous that I was going to go through these and not get any shiny GXs because I'd had so bad of luck so far. So here's Fire Energy, Giovanni's Exile, Koga's Trap, Insurge's Strategy, Charmander, Psyduck, Magikarp, Staryu, Slowpoke, Charmeleon Reverse Foil, and Clefable. It seems like the foil Fire Energy must be rare because I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen Fire, Water, or Grass, I think. I know I've seen Fairy, and I've seen Electric, and I've seen... I don't know, I've seen a lot of them. A few of them. There's Grass Energy, Brock's Grit, Misty's Determination, Pokemon Center Lady, Clefairy, Eevee, Ekans, Paris, Caterpie, Blaine's Last Stand, Foil, and Jesse and James, the full art. So I have both versions of Jesse and James now. You can only play one supporter card during your turn. Goes in the middle, so they're protected. I guess I should talk about something else while I'm thinking as well. AEW's first show was pretty enjoyable to me. There are a couple things that didn't make very much sense. The new NXT on TV is really, really cool. I'm pretty happy with it. I appreciate the idea of the wars and what they will do for the business, but I also hate the idea that it means I cannot watch both of them live. So there's Water Energy, yeah, Brock's Pewter City Gym, quit falling. Brock's Pewter City Gym, Lieutenant Surge's Strategy, Misty's Determination, Caterpie, Eevee, Ekans, Charmander, Psyduck, another shiny Riolu, and Weezing. So it must be that Riolu is one of the more common shinies, maybe? If it's not one of the more common shinies, then that's really good for me. Just a second, let me prop this up a little bit to put the energies under. I'm crooked. I'm less crooked. But yeah, having that kind of extra performance is good. Today is Friday, so it'll be the first ever SmackDown on Fox Sports. Fox new lineup is what I was gonna say, which doesn't make sense. I mean, I guess it is a new lineup as well. So here is Psychic Energy, you can go away. Metapod, Charmeleon, Magmar, Jigglypuff, Ekans, Coughing, Cubone, Geodude. Hey, there's the Fire Energy I was talking about. Foil Fire Energy, and Electrode. Put that in the middle. I don't want to do Fire Energy. I think it's going to be... Another thing that I think is really good about having a major competition to WWE is it means that top tier talent has multiple places they can go, which means that they can get respect even if they've been in some sort of climate where they haven't felt respected so far. So I really do like that idea. If they hadn't worked out something with Luke Harper, I would have loved to see him in AEW, for example. I think that would have been great. So there's Steel Energy, Fancy, Giovanni's Exile, Koga's Trap, Jigglypuff, Ekans, Coughing, Cubone, Geodude, Koga's Trap Foil, and Golem. So not the greatest, although I don't have the foil of Koga's Trap yet. I guess one little spoiler, so pause for like maybe 15, or scroll forward like 15 seconds, or just mute it until I jiggle the cards, I guess is what I'll use as my indicator, since I'm not a editor whiz. I do think it was cool that, code card, and energy is a fairy energy. Jack Swagger showed up. He's going by his real name, Jake Hager, in AEW, which is really cool. I think that's good for him. So here is Farfetch'd, Traveler, Fancy, Eevee, Wigglytuff, Coughing, Staryu, Ekans, Caterpie Foil, and a Jolteon, which I already have a Jolteon, I know. Electromagnetic Wall. As long as Pokemon is your active Pokemon, whenever your opponent attaches energy card from their hand to one of their Pokemon, put 2 damage counter. That's actually a pretty effective ability. Something that you don't have to directly control. So if you keep it out front, it's pretty... I mean, the earlier you get it out, especially, that's a pretty significant thing. Alright, so we have a Fighting Energy, Scyther, Sabrina's Suggestion, Pokemon Center Lady, Pikachu, Charmander, Voltorb, Coughing, Ekans, Jinx Foil, and a Giovanni's Exile Full Art, which I think I already have one of those as well, so I might actually have some like trade value here depending on what actually constitutes trade value in this weird set. It's really hard to tell if anything I have is worth anything without looking them up manually. And I don't ever look up prices on single cards I have, because since I'm a collector, I don't want to trade them, so I don't care what their price is, unless it's one where I'm trying to buy it, in which case that's the deciding factor, is if I can afford to buy it. I'm not going to spend more than usually $5 on a single card, just because I don't have that kind of money. So Chansey, Giovanni's Exile, Koga's Trap, Cubone, Geodude, Slowpoke, Clefairy, Jigglypuff, Scyther Foil, Brock's Training, so I have a duplicate of that too, and trainers are usually valuable, so I don't know. That might be good too. It's really hard to tell with this. There's a chance that I have an actual miniature quote-unquote fortune. Not really, it's not really a fortune. A fortune would be something I could pay off my student loans. A miniature bout of success out of these packs, but it's hard to tell. So we got Grass Energy, Brock's Pewter City Gym, Giovanni's Exile, Koga's Trap, Caterpie, Paris, Charmander, Slowpoke, Psyduck, a Wimpod, shiny, and an Electrode again. Put those in the middle to protect them. We are at the 33-minute mark. This is what I was afraid of. This was going to be a very, very long video. And that's, as the collection continues, I'm afraid that it will get even harder to deal with, because I can only really do decent videos when there's someone else around. I'm trying really, really, really hard to keep the commentary up here. Electric Energy, Charmeleon, Brock's Grit, Farfetch'd, Caterpie, Eevee, Ekans, Charmander, Psyduck, Brock's Pewter City Gym Foil, and another Mew! I love Mew! Since they're probably not worth much, it's going to be kind of like how I have a whole bunch of the original promo Mew, the non-foil version of the promo Mew that came out in the United States. When I went to the event, a bunch of people left theirs behind by accident, and they were just gonna throw them away at the event. So I was like, I'll take them, and so I ended up with like, I don't know, 12 of them. Fire Energy Graveler, Chansey, Brock's Pewter City Gym, Magikarp, Staryu, Slowpoke, Voltorb, that guy with the yellow, another shiny Inkay, and Golem. So when I get duplicates of the shinies, knowing that there's like 76 to get, it concerns me that I'm just getting like the really, really common shinies. I really don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you one way or the other. This is a Mew pack. I know that doesn't really mean much as far as what's inside it, but it's a Mew pack. It means something to me. So we got Fire Energy, Metapod, Misty's Cerulean City Gym, Magmar, Cubone, Magikarp, Geodude, Clefairy, Eevee, a Steel Energy Foil, and Weezing. Somewhere also, I'm gonna say, I am sad to have discovered that something happened where my Misty's Psyduck Wizards of the Coast must have fallen out of a package onto the floor, and now it's wet and bent up, which really breaks my heart because those are not very common. It's not the rarest card to ever exist, but it makes me sad. We need, where is Psychic Energy? Psychic Energy. Lieutenant Surge's Strategy, Misty's Determination, Jinx, Clefairy, Magikarp, Ekans, Voltorb, Geodude, Slowpoke, Brock's Training. So Brock's Training must not be a very rare foil, because that's 3 that I've gotten so far. It looks like Mewtwo and Zygarde are going to be all I'm getting, though, of the Shiny GXs, which, to be honest, 2 Shiny GXs is fine. It's better than what I had. Technically, odds-wise, I've broken the odds on this set, because it's apparently 1 in 20, and I've gotten 3. Here's Grass Energy, Scyther, Jinx, Magmar, Eevee, Clefairy, Psyduck, Ekans, Caterpie, Electrode Foil, and the triple team up. Trinity Burn, 210 damage. You do need a lot of different types of energy, which means you have to have it in like a normal deck. Throw this Pokemon and all cards attached to it into your deck. This Pokemon has at least 1 extra fire, water, and electric energy attached to it. This attack does 110 damage to 3 of your opponent's Pokemon. So you can nix all damage from it by putting it back into your deck if you use its GX. And you do combined 110 damage to 3 Pokemon. Or 110 damage to 3 Pokemon, so 330 damage combined. So that's not bad, and that is a pretty cool card to get. It is probably one of the more remarkable ones in the main set, which is cool, I suppose. And it is probably harder to get than some of the other stuff. Electric Energy, Charmeleon, Jinx. I'm dealing, I keep putting the energy back down here. Graveler, Ekans, Paris, Caterpie, Charmander, Clefairy, Mr. Mime, and Chabaka. This is the one I was gonna say. Yeah, if Jesse and James is in your discard pile, this attack does 80 more damage. I was gonna say, I think that the Arbok and the Weezing from this set have some sort of thing where if you use the Jesse and James card later down the line, your Pokemon will do more damage. That. Energy forward. Grass Energy can go away. Charmeleon, Misty's Determination, Scyther, Ekans, Cubone, Magikarp, Geodude, Clefairy, Giovanni's Exile regular foil, and another Arbok. 2 right back to back. Alright, now don't fall. Don't fall. Last thing I want to do is to damage these packs before I've even opened them, especially. There's that. The water energy can go away. Magmar, Scyther, Roxgrit, Slowpoke, Clefairy, Jigglypuff, Caterpie, Eevee, Ekans, and Weezing. So what's this one? Surrender now. Once during your turn, this Pokemon is... If this Pokemon is discarded with the effect of Jesse and James, you may have your opponent discard a card from their hand. So, not as useful as the Arbok, where the Arbok actually does more damage because of it. That one just takes an extra card from them, which can be bad, but it's not as remarkable because it has to be after you use the Jesse and James card, which is a little bit more iffy in its effectiveness, I suppose. We've got Fire Energy, and I can go away. Rocks, Pure City Gym, Chansey, Graveler, Magikarp, Slowpoke, Clefairy, Coughing, Voltorb, Misty's Water Command Reverse Foil, so that's a good one to get, and Bill's Analysis, which is unremarkable to me because it was originally foil, and then the non-foil version is in this set, which I find weird and kind of dumb. I don't know. It bothers me. It's not a very good card to put in this set, in my opinion. So, this is Darkness Energy, and it can go away. Pokemon Center Lady, Metapod, Sabrina's Suggestion, Pikachu, Clefairy, Cubone, Jigglypuff, Eevee. Ooh, Full Art Guzma. That one might be worth something. I don't know. And the Onix. So see, look at the Onix. Rock Avalanche GX, 200 damage. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 100 less damage. It's at least a semi-remarkable GX. Compared to the one from Pinsir and from Charizard, which are just garbage. Do more damage, and it's not even like a lot more damage, and it uses up your GX. I don't understand the point of the card, is what I'm saying. It's annoying. It's irritating. It bothers me. It annoys me. Alright, so here's this. Fairy Energy, and I can go away. Charmeleon, Chansey, Roxgrit, Caterpie, Ferris, Ekans, Psyduck, Staryu, Scyther, and Jesse and James. So I do have an extra Jesse and James. I don't know how rare that card is. It is a foil, though, and it is a trainer. So I have no idea. And this is the final one for now. I'm feeling better about these than I was the other ones, so that means something to me. It still doesn't mean a whole lot in the long run, but I am feeling better about these. So here's Water Energy, and it can go away. Farfetch'd, Roxgrit, Misty's Gym, Psyduck, Magikarp, Staryu, Voltorb, Pikachu, a Brooklet Hill Secret Rare Reverse Foil, Alternate Art, which is pretty cool, and Mew! We end with Mew pack, and it has a Mew in it, and I have... It wasn't perfect. Perfect would have been getting the card that's going to make it so I could complete the set. But for what it was, you know, I'm pretty happy with that set. I got Mewtwo Shiny, I got 2 Zygarde Shiny, which I really like Zygarde. Riolu, Lucario. I don't know. It wasn't that bad compared to the other ones. I think that one was pretty good. I'm gonna try and make this outro as simple as possible, but I'm trying to get my stacks cleaned up to make it easier when I'm done here. So that is all I have for now. We should be resuming our streaming stuff here soon. It's been kind of difficult because Shin had to have some surgery, and so he's been gone. I don't know what's going to be going on this week. Hopefully things will have winded down now because it's been hectic with work. It has been inventory season. But that is all I have for now. I'm pretty happy with it, all things considered. It's going to take a long time for these videos to upload. But with that said, thank you guys for watching. Have a good day, night, afternoon, morning, whatever's where you are. Hope to see you again real soon, and take care.